Section 2A, select a method to summarize. We're going to look at number 1, and given our information, we want to decide which is the best measure of center to use, mean, median, or mode. The mean is the average, in other words, adding up all numbers and dividing by the number of terms there are, or the number of numbers. The median is if you put all your numbers in order and take the middle number, and if there is no middle number, it's the average of the two middle numbers. Mode is the number that seems to show up more often than any other. Now when we try to decide which one to represent the numbers, which measure of center, we have to be aware of outliers. Now if there is no outlier, then we can use the mean. That's a good measure of center. If there is an outlier, then because of that, we will use the median. Because outliers affect the mean. It pulls it in a direction more so than it should. Now when you're looking at the median, you have to be careful. So if there's an outlier, you have to look and say, is there a gap in the middle? If there is a gap in the middle, then the median is not a good choice either. So we would just not use one of the terms to represent a measure of center. If there's no gap, then go ahead and use the median. So if you look at our numbers here, and I'm going to zoom in and write out our numbers in order from smallest to greatest. I'm going to write them out as 9, 9, 10, 14, 17, 17, 17, that seems like a mode, 20, 25, 28, and 30, and then we have 55. Now compared to all these, there's no gap, which is nice, but there does seem to be an outlier. And because of that outlier, the mean is not a good choice. So because of the outlier, we will choose instead to use a median. So if we count in, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The middle is right there. So there is no middle number when you have an even number of terms. So you have to take the two middle ones and get the average, which would be 17. And this is the median. And it's okay to use the median because there is no real gap in the middle, so that's a good measure of center.